What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing 5 steals from the 2017 NBA draft. Yesterday we did potential busts. That video was a little over exaggerated. None of those guys are busts just yet. We're rocking Dirk Nowitzki today. Not much else to say. Let's just go ahead. Before I get into it, thank you guys so much for your guys' support lately. I've just been grinding these out. I don't even care if I'm not getting as many views as I used to. I'm honestly just having so much fun doing this, and I'm gonna keep it up. And you guys that are supporting me and watching through, I really appreciate you guys so much. Let's go ahead, jump right into this list. Lauri Markkanen with the first guy we're gonna be talking about today. Lauri Markkanen was drafted 7th overall in the 2017 NBA draft, and he was also traded as well. But right now, Lauri Markkanen on the season is averaging 15 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, 42.8% from the field, and 37.3% from 3. He was traded. He was part of the Jimmy Butler trade, of course. Jimmy Butler for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the 7th pick, which became Lauri Markkanen, of course. So, honestly, the Timberwolves didn't make a mistake here. They are a good team. I'm not saying they made a mistake by any means. I think the Bulls just capitalized on a very good situation. They were ready to rebuild. And honestly, the Bulls have themselves a really good team this year. Honestly, a lot of people expected this team to be complete garbage, but honestly, this team might make the playoffs, in fact, and Lauri Markkanen is definitely contributing to that success and should be very good for coming seasons. And honestly, he looks like a kind of a young Dirk Nowitzki. Kristaps Porzingis is kind of taking that role as well, but Lauri Markkanen is right there, man, and he's definitely a steal in this draft just because he was traded. But of course, the Timberwolves didn't lose at all because they got Jimmy Butler, of course. It could be a potential championship team this year. We'll have to wait and see when we get to the NBA playoffs, of course. But Lauri Markkanen, first on the list. Next, we got Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. right now is averaging 14.5 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, 40.2% from the field, and 32.7% from 3. The New York Knicks, I think, might have made a mistake here. They took Frank over Dennis Smith Jr. They just might have made a mistake. I think Dennis Smith Jr. could be better in the future. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. The Knicks decided to pass on him. Dennis Smith Jr. is, of course, the building block for the future of the Dallas Mavericks. He's been in and out of the lineup. He's been coming off the bench sometimes. Sometimes he starts. He's been starting lately, I believe. He's had a triple-double this season, right? 21 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. I think the only other rookie to have one this season was Lonzo Ball, but I could be completely incorrect about that, so I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. He was the 9th pick overall in the 2017 NBA draft, of course. Honestly, the Dallas Mavericks right now are just in rebuild mode, and they still need to tank a little bit. Dirk Nowitzki is probably on his way out. He's 40 years old. Who knows if he's going to play another season. But I think it's going to become the Harrison Barnes and Dennis Smith Jr. show there pretty soon. And I cannot wait to see what Dennis Smith Jr. does in like a crazy #1 option role. As soon as Dirk is gone, it is completely the Dennis Smith Jr. era, and I just cannot wait, man. Harrison Barnes as well. Those two should be good together. Dennis Smith Jr. I think is going to be a future stud, honestly. This guy looks really good. I think the New York Knicks might have made a huge mistake, but who am I to say that? You know, we never know what Frank could become. Next, we got Kyle Kuzma. Probably the biggest steal on here in this video. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see about the last guy we have. But Kyle Kuzma was traded in the D'Angelo Russell trade, which sent D'Angelo Russell and Timofey Mozgov to the Brooklyn Nets for Brook Lopez in the 27th pick, which that 27th pick, of course, became Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma right now on the season is averaging 16.5 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 45% from the field, 37.1 from 3. Kyle Kuzma, of course, has already had a 38-point game this season. That is a good number for a rookie, of course. Kyle Kuzma is going to be really good for the Lakers for coming years. This guy was an absolute steal. The Nets could use a guy like this right now, although they didn't lose in this trade very much because they do have D'Angelo Russell, of course, and D'Angelo Russell could become a future star himself. We'll have to wait and see on that. D'Angelo Russell right now is hurt, but can't wait to see when he returns. Brook Lopez, of course, was on a 1-year deal, so the Nets, he was in trade rumors for a long time for the Nets, so they didn't lose that bad. But Kyle Kuzma, of course, definitely a steal in this draft. 27th overall. There's 26 other teams that passed on him, including my Blazers that took Caleb Swanigan at the 26th pick. I think it was the 26th pick. And I would have loved to have Kyle Kuzma right now. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie at all. Swanigan is playing in the G League right now. Big mistake by the Portland Trail Blazers. We have the worst draft history. Anyway, next we got Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum has been absolutely good for the Celtics. Of course, the Celtics are the #1 seed this season. Jason Tatum right now is averaging 13.8 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 49.9% from the field, and 46% from three. Of course, shooting the best out of everybody on this list. This guy has been shooting lights out. Been a great player for the Celtics, contributing. Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, all those guys have been contributing. Kyrie Irving's numbers aren't even that great over there just because of everybody else on the Celtics. Of course, Jason Tatum is also contributing a lot. But there was heavy rumors that Celtics were going to get Markelle Fultz at the beginning of the NBA draft. What happened? The Celtics decided to trade the first pick to the 76ers for the third pick, and I think a future Lakers pick. There could be other picks involved in that trade, I'm not sure. But basically, a Markelle Fultz for Jason Tatum swap is the highlight of that trade. Could be a more highlight of a trade next season when that top 5 Lakers pick comes in. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, I think the Celtics are winning that trade by far because Markelle Fultz has only played in about a few games this season. Jason Tatum has been playing great, been shooting great from the field. Not to say that the 76ers would have drafted Jason Tatum because they already had some pretty good forwards, but I think the Celtics right now, of course, are running away with that trade, but we'll have to wait and see till Markelle Fultz plays. Last, but certainly not least, the biggest steal of them all, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has been... this guy's story is absolutely great. Averaging 19.3 points per game, 3.3 assists per game, 44.8% from the field, 34.8% from three. And this dude is going to win Rookie of the Year. If Donovan Mitchell does not win Rookie of the Year, I don't know what the NBA is thinking. But, of course, the Nuggets decided to trade Donovan Mitchell for Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles currently is playing in the G League. The biggest mistake in Denver Nuggets franchise history. Donovan Mitchell is a future star, and I am so confident in saying that. He's already had a 41-point game against the Cleveland Cavaliers this year. Absolute steal. Absolute steal. The Jazz took this one and ran away with it. Utah, you made a great trade, and honestly, you guys are really good for that trade. But Donovan Mitchell has been having 30-point games lately. Man, the Nuggets made a huge mistake. And honestly, I might be doing a future video about that, how the Denver Nuggets made the biggest mistake in franchise history, man. The Denver Nuggets definitely are regretting this one. But that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this list and what other rookies I might have left out. If you guys are enjoying, smash that like button, please. I've been doing NBA talk nonstop lately. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for the ones that are supporting, and keep on supporting. Go Dirk Nowitzki. That's it for me, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button for more NBA content. This Crushables, and I'm saying peace.